long story short, this is how I found a 20 plus cash on cash return property in the Indio Palm Springs area. And the number one thing I want y'all to be aware of in that market, I was instantly able to find it on Strike. But the key thing about that is Strike will reveal it in seconds, but you still need to be able to verify and validate regulations and restrictions. I know Palm Springs is a little bit more strict and on regulations there, but Indio and those areas are a little bit looser. And that particular property we found there said was a great investment opportunity, no HOA. So it seems like it could be a good opportunity. So reach out to me, STR Realtor Search, Savvy. There's a bunch of great agents and brokers out there, and they can work with you on looking at this property and see if it might be a good fit. And then drop in the comments below or reach out if there's another market you want to evaluate next time. I'll do it. And next time, hopefully I won't be on mute. And I see some of y'all coming on here. We missed the entire presentation. Now my voice is on. Hey, you know what? For the sake of it, I will just show you real fast. I won't go into the whole presentation again, but let me just show you real fast with my voice on what I was trying to communicate for this area here. Let me go into let's see, where is it at? Palm Springs. Here it is. So what I was trying to say is there's a sea of tons of properties. They're hard to find. And if I clear my filters here, if you're technically looking on Zillow, it's like, how in the world do you find a good property out of this right here? There we go. I'm going to add it back to the stage. How do you find a good property out of all this? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, over 10% cash on cash return and over, let's say, and pull. And let's just see what pops up. So we have AI now into our search bar that literally, searches all these properties and finds the best ones for you, leveraging AI. And then we have these filters here that basically score every property red, green, yellow, so that you can just search for only the good ones that are green. And so, like I mentioned earlier, there's pretty strict regulations, I think, in these areas. So you just got to be careful, but there might be some good ones. You just have to work with like a local contact that knows that area well. But this area here is how we found this one. And so this is that cool property that, I discovered this morning that looked pretty interesting. And it showed here in the description, no HOA, lucrative rental investment. I don't know why the seller's selling, so you probably want to get that verified to confirm, but looks like a really cool property, pretty beautiful. It's got this garage that can be converted. And if you go analyze it, this is where you can go adjust it like you would in your spreadsheets. And then revenue wise, this is what I was mentioning earlier on mute. Every single property has a range of potential. And so the key is, how do you unlock these upper ranges? And the way you do it is having, really great amenities and design and experience. And so I think I might can unlock this target based on these comps that are supporting that, which I won't get into that again right now, but there's tons of comps that support that this is possible for this property. And then I've got all my startup costs already added, which you can go tweak. You've got your expenses already added that you can go tweak. So it's already pre-underwritten for you. And then boom, when you get to the very end, it spits out, hey, strong investment signal, looks like a really good cash on cash return opportunity that makes, $4 to $5 grand a month in cash flow. And so either A, you can go buy this property on your own, which seems like it could be a really cool one. Or if you're limited on capital, you could go download this report here and then go send to capital partners. And I've done that. This is how I was able to scale from 0 properties to 5 properties in 5 years. Is I bought my first 3 on my own, but the last 2 I bought with a capital partner. And this is exactly what I did. I found it on Strike, got the full pro forma, and then I sent it via text message to my father-in-law for the first one, and then to my mother-in-law on the second one. And I've scaled with family. And then, if I want to buy another one this year, this is exactly how I do it. I'd find it, and then I'd go send this report and go work with a capital partner. I would probably do a 50-50 structure where they would provide 100% of the capital. I would do no capital, but I would provide all the expertise and the work. But what's fun about it is it used to take forever to go find these deals, but now I literally find them in minutes or seconds And the cool thing is you guys can too. And that is the entire mission of Strike. Is I've seen what short-term rentals have done in my life. They've been a huge blessing. And what we want for you guys in your lives is for it to be a blessing and for you to scale your portfolio and your property so that you can achieve financial freedom and achieve what you're trying to do from a financial perspective. And so thank you all for joining and hanging in there while I was on mute. And at the very end here, when you could actually hear me. But if y'all have other markets you want to look at, let me know. And we will check it out next time on Find It Friday. So y'all have a great weekend and a good 4th of July. We'll talk soon.